Here, what it takes
We're
to
live
beat
at
Ed
BNAC
is the whole
51, and we're going to talk about some racing
that's
that happened today.
So do we all gang up on him and just like
learn about it.
a bunch of a sack?
Oh yeah, we're team racing. It's the rest of the fleet versus Ed. It's team race.
I'm not trying to gang up on them. We just need to get better.
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah, clean
So-
starts are good.
I've just found out we raced 5 races and I can remember 4, so that's how good I am. But I do know John won a race. He won it, obviously one of the 4 that Ed didn't. Which race was it? So let's start with the first race. And the first 2 races we couldn't do anything. So who had a good race in the first race? Good start.
Well, we did okay. We ended up finishing 7th, and I was happy with that. And I mean, as a person who's hasn't been selling that much, I'm blessed to be anywhere near these top guys. And you know what? We just got lucky, and then we got unlucky.
Okay. So let's talk about starts. Who had some good starts and what did they do?
So I think I had a good start in the first race. Timed myself to be on the line with speed, and open, in an open area, and I was able to execute that on the first start. Not any other start after that.
So did you think that having clear air on the start line was more important than being on a favored end?
In the first race, yes.
My problem with the favored end was pick your favorite end at the start, and 3 minutes later when the start goes off, it's not the favored end anymore.
That was an issue.
How did you play with that? I couldn't solve that.
Yeah.
We did start on the pin side of the line on that first race, right next to Ed, and we hooked up pretty well, and it was clear air. There wasn't many other people around there. Everybody was fighting on the both sides, and that worked out pretty well with us. We ended up with 4th, I think.
Okay. I mean, I think we were down at the pin for the first start.
Oh darn, he's here.
Dominic, stop talking about that.
Okay. What did we say?
We're talking about you.
Goal is this is the help everybody beat Ed and John clinic.
What's more, Ed?
No, it's Ed and Trevor. Team racing tomorrow, exciting.
Everybody gets me and John.
John's good. He's only won 1.
We're not far apart. I haven't
no
seen the
idea.
score.
That's what he does.
I don't even know how many races he's done.
Yeah.
That's why.
So what's the?
So what have you done that works well for
What's
you on
paid
start?
off? I want some ideas
starts?
of what's paid off in the starts today.
Well, we argued a lot about. I thought we didn't do amazing. It's because we got to the line, and then
Speak up.
we
Speak up.
were slow
Louder.
because we couldn't put the jib out, because had we put the jib out, we'd have been over. So we didn't hit the line with any speed.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
one time.
Everybody was pretty. It seemed like the whole fleet was compressed to the line. And when you're compressed to the line, then if you're early, you got to kind of stop, wait, bear away, come back and restart, right? And
Yeah. No, we had. I mean, we had 2 awful races. I mean, I think we had a dead last, and then we had 2 good races. There's the 5th race. I have no idea what the hell happened. But the 2 good races, I can tell you that we waited until a line, and we waited back. A gap opened up at the committee boat. We wanted to go that side. We went in there. We were maybe 5-10 seconds late crossing the line, but we were in clear air. We trucked off. And that's what we did the time. And one time we rounded the first mark first. And I hear, behind us. And I'm like, okay, I can do this.
There was a start, and I said to Jay, I go, Jay, right now, boat end is going to be favored, at least at the moment.
Right.
The boat end is favored. And I said, I go, we should be fast and like 3 seconds late. Well, that was Jeff. He tagged us. but you obviously were thinking the same thing, because I was hoping the fleet would push down and then create a last minute hole, and this asshole Weiss. But I think we were on the same page on that one.
Well, that was. I mean, it was the same thing. It's okay to be late, right? On that race, I think
it's not okay to be stationary. It's fine to be late.
Right. And it's also not fine to run run into the race committee motor. But and then you do your 2 circles and you start way behind everybody.
But you have to do them after you cross the line.
I just did those times. So yeah, I think, I mean, it depends. If one end of the pin is so favored that you're losing, 3 boat lengths by going to the middle of the line, then just get in line and do a parade, and that's the thing. And that's what he tried to do, is just follow you around, but you were going so slow that we could that we just ran in.
But had I gone faster, I'd have been over.
But I will tell you the one start where we went to the pin, we came up the line and running the line, and we were hard on the wind. So the wind had gone hugely right, and I'm like, you got to be at the end. And we'd seen that the pin was hugely favoured, in terms of the mark, but then it was hugely right, and we're like, we've got to be at the race committee boat, whatever. And we waited for a hole, and we were on the right side of the course and worked our way up.
So I'd like to chime in, since I had a really good view of other people's good starts.
From above or below?
Both.
Yes.
I got some really prime views of what good starts look like. So, for example, in race 1, both John and Jay, as well as Dave and Jen, around here somewhere, had really great starts on either side of me, while I was stuck sitting motionless. And the scenario was, John and Jay had timed it pretty well, and they were the boat appeared to be favored, and they were probably about 3 boat lengths down, so they weren't going to win the boat. They were going for a clean start. And when the gun went off, a second or 2 later, they were able to just peel off with good speed, and then you guys got to the top mark
Right behind it.
Right behind it. In a competitive position. And Dave and Jen were just a little behind me, and I was trying to be aggressive and block them out. Well, the wind wasn't cooperating, and I didn't even have enough speed to shut the door. They came in a second or 2 late with plenty of boat speed and just rolled right over top of me as if I wasn't even there. Meanwhile, fortunately, I have a very youthful, athletic crew this weekend who fewer people. So the only reason we even got back in the game is that I pushed him through about 10 tacks on that first beat. So to Tony's point and Ed's point, to show up and to be a second or 2 below the line with speed is way better, and Jeff pointed this out as well, than to be up there stalling, because you're not going to recover that. You cannot just make a 500-pound boat with 200, 400 pounds of people on it, go, whoa, yeah, we're going to, in 3 knots of breeze, let me just jump up on a 400 pounds. You plus your crew.
So,
me plus my regular crew.
a question from a novice. Actually, really novice. Just go on.
Yay.
But we watched you guys in line, and that was
Just
cool.
practicing yoga.
And who's in the better position? I would think that the guy on the front side. Why? You're catching the wind. You're not blocking the wind for everybody else.
When the gun goes off, you're right. But up until the moment the gun goes off, the person below you, as multiple people did today, are in the controlling position and push you up.
So you don't want to be the first guy in the line?
You do when the gun goes off.
It goes back to that. You don't want to be stopped.
If
You
you
want to
get
be
to the
moving.
line early and have to kill your speed, you're dead. Everyone else is just going to leave you.
So don't worry about being right.
Because once you're in dirty air,
It's timing.
If you slow the boat down, it's never going to get back. Okay, let's talk about.
I just want to say one more thing about that. Strategies, if you, in a big fleet like this, when the line is short and the people are bunched up, what worked for us was we found we kind of stayed away from that hole, because when it's shifty, it matters less about the favored end. because you're gonna be able to make it up by being in phase going up the course, maybe. So if you have free air, being in the pile is it could be detrimental. Whereas if you might not be on the favorite end, but you got free air. So I just want to say that to everyone who just give it some thought. I've been in races where I was on the wrong end, 100% the wrong end, and I was first to the mark because the winds, if it's shifty, you can fight for that pin all you want, but if it goes the other way and you happen to be on that side, it's okay too. That's all.